Yo, what is up guys, NPC here, and in today's video I am reviewing Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2. Now before I start, I just want to say that these are my opinions, so you can agree to disagree, but other than that, let's just jump into it. So this season, in my opinion, was a circus of a season, and I will explain that more. The big appeal for this season was Greek mythology, and it worked for half of the season. Let's just start with the changes. So the first change are brand new POIs. We have Hades, Restored Reels, Mount Olympus, Brawler's Battleground, and Grim Gate. The underground area from Season 1 has been blocked off with rubble, making it inaccessible for the season. The medallions have been reworked and now they're called aspects. So we have 4 aspects, and we have the aspect of speed, which belonged to Zeus, aspect of siphon to Hades, agility to Cerberus, and combat to Ares. Within the Hades and Grim Gate area, we have the river sticks, which grants 3 dashes when you're going in the water around that area. All the medallions or aspects give out unique abilities, but no shield, which is a really nice change to see. And then the last change are shadow briefings. So they act as a job sport 3.0, and it results in supply drops returning, vaulting supply caches, which everyone actually hated. The changes for this season is a 7 out of 10. Although it's nice to see these changes, I do wish there was more changes for some POIs like Pleasant Piazza and Snooty Steps. Moving right along, we have the weapons, and this is the first part of the circus for this season. The first new weapons that we have are the Warforged AR and the Harbinger SMG, which replaces both the Striker AR and Hyper SMG from last season. And the TLDR is that they're reskins with different stats in my opinion. We also got the Huntress DMR and the Cerberus Shotgun, and the Huntress DMR is a decent DMR but it's underappreciated, while the Cerberus Shotgun is one of the best shotguns of the season, competing as top shotgun with the Frenzy Auto. But the big appeal for the weapons are the Greek weapons. We have the Thunderbolts of Zeus, the Wings of Icarus, and the Chain of Hades. The Thunderbolts are Unga Bunga damage. It's really fun to use, but leaves you in an open season situation if you don't have the aspect of agility or the underworld dashes. The Wings of Icarus is pretty much straightforward. It's mostly the movement tool with a dive bomb that does damage, nothing special. But one of the best melee weapons is the Chain of Hades, with the aim being a scorpion spear, while the fire is a flurry of attacks that does really good damage. There were some returning guns, like the drum gun, hand cannon, and the tactical AR, with them fully moddable with attachments. However, the biggest killer for the gun meta was waterbending. It was a part of the Korra update and stayed after the Avatar event. This is both one of the best mythics and one of the worst weapons to be added in the game. There was no bullet drop. It was a burst sniper at long range. It auto-reloaded through swimming in water. Heals health over time while swimming in water. No nerfs happen with the mythic, and the damage was really better than any other weapon in the season. The weapons without waterbending is an 8, but because waterbending is there, it's a 7 out of 10. The new weapons are great to use, but what ended up killing the gun meta was literally waterbending. Moving right along, we have the Battle Pass, and it's a great Battle Pass from start to finish. All the skins are all original with a collab skin as the mid-season update skin, much like Fortnite Mega, which is Chapter 4 Season 2. I liked how all the skins leaned in with the Greek mythology, with Aphrodite, Cerberus, Medusa, Artemis, Poseidon, Hades, and Clancy Brown, Zeus. There was no Ares because he is a crew skin, which is a real bummer considering he was one of the best skins for the season. The same goes with Apollo or Titan because both are item shop skins, which is more tolerable in my opinion. And the mid-season skin was Korra from Legend of Korra. Quest rewards also comes back for this battle pass, and it's one of the worst ones considering it will take 2 weeks to get all the stuff from doing weekly quests. The battle pass is an 8 out of 10. All of the skins are appealing despite Poseidon being a slurp and not a person, while Artemis has half of her body being a chowder background of a galaxy. And then we have the collabs and events that happen during the season. So starting off, we have the Avatar Last Airbender collab, and it's pretty much straightforward. We got airbending, firebending, and earthbending with temples to visit during that time, along with Aang, Katara, Toph, and Zuko. And I honestly enjoyed airbending, firebending, and earthbending along with waterbending during the Avatar event. The only downside of this event was that the Greek weapons were disabled when the bending came in, so I wish they could have just not do that so we can have chaos in our Zero build in Battle Royale. And during this event, it had a battle pass that included Avatar State Aang and regular Aang. Both are based off of Book 3. And another weird thing that happened was that there was no Sokka. Sokka is honestly one of the most iconic characters from Avatar. We get his weapons, but not him. Super bummer, epic. The next one we have is Nike, and their Airforia Volume 1 came back with new Airforia Volume 2 skins. Pretty straightforward. And the last one we get from Nike is the Nike Goddess. So this was originally a survey concept art for the Greek stuff, but it was ultimately changed to be a part of the Nike collab. The third one, and it's no surprise, is Marvel. So starting that off, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 bundle, and that includes Drax, Mantis, and another Groot. The only downside of this is that it's $30 US, which means you have to pay real money to pay this bundle. The next set is Hela and Sakaran Hulk from Thor Ragnarok, and it is such an odd choice considering that the movie came out 7 goddamn years ago. Like, why, man? Why? And then the last one we get is Loki Season 2 with Loki and Sylvie. It's pretty straightforward. The next one we got was My Hero Academia, and the villains finally arrived. We have Shigaraki, Dabi, and Toga. While it was exciting to see them in Fortnite, it felt like a promo for the new season of the anime. We have icons, and it's mostly just for Festival. For Festival Season 2 we had Lady Gaga, while Season 3 was Billie Eilish. Another collab that happened was NBA, and they had cel-shaded skins for Fortnite characters wearing original teams based off of Fortnite characters like Drift and Black Knight. And an event that happened during the season was Midas's return. The fan favorite character from Chapter 2 Season 2 returns with a brand new skin as well as a new LTM, Floor is Lava. The only downside of this is that it is a build mode LTM, and it was the most sweatiest LTMs of the season, with it being a squads only mode. If you know, you know. And the last collab to end the season is Star Wars. And right out of the bat, this is a great collab, and they went all out with it. So for skins, we have Dagobah Luke from Episode 5, Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca, and the Death Trooper as skins. We have C-3PO as well as Yoda as back blings. We have the Beskar car, wow, say that as a tongue twister, for Rocket Racing and Rocket League. We had Mos Eisley as a limited time jam stage for Festival, and we had the Cantina theme as a jam track for main stage. And the last thing was a big LEGO Fortnite update where you can craft lightsabers, blasters, and thermal detonators to fight against the Empire. So all the collabs and events in this season is an 8 out of 10. The number of collabs really felt limited considering the time frame for this season, but it did provide one of the best collab contents for the chapter. Moving right along, we have the story, and in my opinion, I feel like it was abandoned as Epic pushed Fortnite to become the metaverse. Snapshot quests return with an unnamed Oracle, Aphrodite, Cerberus, and Medusa. Midas also gets involved as he does break out in Hades during all of this, which results in the Florida's Lava LTM along with his side story. It does end with him and his crew leaving the island for good, but I do believe we'll be seeing him again when Fortnite OG Chapter 2 launches later this year. The story ends with the Loopers beating Zeus, but at the cost of a giant sandstorm arriving on the island, transitioning into Season 3. And yeah, like I said, the story is abandoned as it will be a missing piece of Fortnite's identity. We also had a lot of festival changes during this season, and starting from Season 2, new quests were added for every start of the season. With Season 3, however, it brought guitar controller support with the release of PDP's Riffmaster along with Rock Band 4 guitar controllers, the Fender, Stratocaster, and Jaguar. And the only downside for the Riffmaster for PlayStation players is that it will never be compatible with PC for now. If anyone is familiar with Rock Band or Guitar Hero, you know that the traditional green, red, yellow, blue, and orange color scheme appears only when you play on those controllers, which also adds a brand new difficulty, Pro Lead and Pro Bass. I will say that there is limited compatibility with the guitar controllers, but has been addressed along with key binding support for additional controllers and keyboard support in the future. We also have a bunch of LEGO Fortnite additions and changes, like fishing, vehicles, farming, and Star Wars. All of these additions adds a lot of creative freedom for both sandbox and survival. And the last one is Rocket Racing, which is the same old shit. We have Season 1, which is called Neon Nights, and we have a car called the Ace that is only in a starter quest for that season, and it costs $10 US. You still have Psionics cherry picking Rocket League items that will be a part of Rocket Racing, like the Masamune car, but the only big thing is that Rocket League's Rocket Pass for Season 14 has items that is cross-compatible with Fortnite, like the Admiral and Mako cars, along with tires and decals that are for the Octane, Admiral, and Mako. And the only positive I have for both LEGO and Rocket Racing is UEFN creative support. And the final thing I want to talk about is the downright ugly. This is literally the second part of this season being a goddamn circus. Starting off, we have the locker UI. It's still complicated, with the only addition being LEGO kits because the item shop sells LEGO kits now. One of the biggest controversies, and still one that actually did piss me off, was the removal of rarities in Fortnite. The only exceptions are Gaming Legends, Icons, Slurp, Dark, Magma, Marvel, and DC. The item shop is more problematic to navigate with the addition of LEGO kits, and I just want a filter setting to filter out Rocket League, Festival, and LEGO items in the shop. And the overall rating of Season 2 is a 7 out of 10. It is, without a doubt, a goddamn circus of a season with a lot of positives while having some downright ugly changes that wasn't necessary for the game. And that's gonna be it for the video. Now, I did talk about the downright ugly, but this is one of the parts where I really wanted to go into detail about why this is the downright ugly. But I will do that in a video in the future. But hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. If you are new to the channel, make sure to like the video, comment down below, click subscribe, and ring the bell for any future videos I put up on the channel.